Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Blair and today we are back with the sip and makeup videos. I haven't done one of these in quite a while and a lot of you said you wanted to see these again when I did a poll a few days ago. So we are going to come back with the sip and makeup videos. I have some tea. I finished it all while filming this video, but I hope you guys enjoy just sitting down and playing with some makeup with me and just chatting. So I hope you enjoy and let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have a little bit of a different setup today. So I've literally spent like the past hour changing things up, like trying to get this to look the way I want it to look. So I'll get into more of that later, but I have a few new lights that I'm using today. And I also have a microphone, so my audio should sound different. Hopefully it does. Let me know if you notice anything in the comments. So we're gonna do a sip and makeup today. Today I have tea instead of coffee because I've already had quite a bit of coffee, and if I have another cup, I feel like I can't have my afternoon cup, so I'm going for tea. But we're just gonna sit and put on some makeup together. A lot of you said you wanted to see more of these videos, so here we are. We're gonna do these sip and makeup videos on Fridays again. I just feel like it's a great way to end the week, and I really enjoy them. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's go ahead and get into it. This is my Marie mug. This is probably my favorite Disney movie, The Aristocats, because I love cats. Obviously, if you've seen my cat, Belle, she's made quite a few appearances in my videos. Okay, so I was gonna go in with a primer, but honestly, I really like the two products I used on my skin before this, and my skin looks really hydrated and I just don't really want to mess with it. So I've been using these two together a ton and I really love them. So this is the Skin Iceland, let's see, Nordic Renewal Pre and Probiotic Cream. I love this stuff. This is a really thick moisturizer. It's not scented or anything, but it's very, very thick and just gives you a nice glow to your face, which I love. I got this from Kellyanne on Instagram. And the sunscreen I've really been liking, you guys, is the one from Ulta MD, the UV Clear. This I have yet to use and feel like it screws up my makeup. So you know how it's hard to find a sunscreen sometimes that doesn't pill up or anything when you put makeup on top of it? That one is really good and my skin seems to react really well to this one. So that's what I have on my face. And then of course I have my Ole Henriksen Banana Bright, like always. And we'll go ahead and get started. So for corrector, I'm going to use Charlotte Tilbury. This is just the one I have in my everyday drawer. I'm actually about to film an updated everyday makeup drawer video and I'll switch this out to another one, but I've been using this a ton this month, and this is in the shade Medium. This vein I have under my eye is literally driving me crazy, and I feel like it's getting more noticeable as I get older. Is that a thing? Because I feel like I notice it more now than I have before. Okay, and then I'm just gonna tap this in with this little brush. I've been loving this for my corrector. It's the AOA Studio E104. It's just the perfect size to get under your eyes. And for a foundation today, I pulled out this one, the Sephora collection, Best Skin Ever. It's been a little while since I used this. I'm gonna take about this much on my hand. This is just one pump. I'm just gonna dot it on. Okay, so back to what I was saying at the beginning, I have a little bit of a different setup today. I recently ordered 2 lights from Amazon. I actually ordered them for Prime Day. They were really on sale. And I've been wanting to get some lights for a while. I just didn't really know what to get, and I've just kind of been going along with what I have, basically. And a lot of times, or most of the time in my videos, I try to open the blinds. I have 2 windows in front of me, and I try to open the blinds and use the natural light that comes in this room. But I have just gotten to the point where that's driving me nuts. Like, I can't do it anymore. It's when you hear YouTubers talking about their lighting, and natural light is kind of a controversial topic, it seems like, because a lot of people seem to like videos in natural light, which I do as well. The problem with it, and this is a real problem, you cannot control anything about it. So if you say you're like me and your camera dies randomly or it overheats in the middle of filming a clip, by the time you come back, wait for the camera to turn back on and start filming again, the light has changed totally. Your video clip looks totally different, and a really experienced person might be able to like fix that when they're editing. I don't know, but I'm not that person. I have no idea how to do stuff like that. So I've just been having a lot of trouble filming videos, and then when I go back to edit them, I don't like it because it drives me nuts that every shot looks different. Anyway, so that's why I got the lights, and I've been trying to play around with them because I'm just not used to filming without the natural light coming in, because I'm just used to filming that way, but I just can't handle that anymore. I need consistent lighting. I need to be able to film whenever I want to or whenever I can, and you just typically cannot do that if you use natural light. Especially if you're doing like makeup videos, you really want, obviously, the makeup to show up well and not change every 2 seconds because the lighting is changing. So I got these lights, and like I said, I spent so much time playing around with the lights and my camera settings and all that. So this is the first time I'm using them. So let me know what you think. I will still film videos using these windows in front of me sometimes if I feel like I can get away with it. The problem is there's just I have no idea when that's going to be. So when I go to film and it's a really shiny, sunny day, even then though, the sun goes behind the clouds. But if it ever looks like a day when it's really clear out and I can get away with it, then I will. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen very often. So there is the foundation. I'm actually going to take just a little bit more and see if this builds up at all, because I can't really remember. Okay, so that's one thing that I'm doing differently. And then the other thing is I actually had a mic, an external mic for my camera that I bought back when I got this camera. So I've had it like over a year now. And every time I tried to use it, I could not figure out how to connect. I couldn't figure out the settings to use this external microphone. But randomly yesterday, I found the mic again. I had just kind of put it back in my closet, and I got it back out and just started playing around with it, and I think I figured it out. I think. So my audio should sound better in this video than in my previous videos. So let me know if you think it does or if you can hear a difference. You may have to go back and watch or listen to one of my older videos to be able to hear the difference. But I took some test clips yesterday with and without this mic, and to me, I could hear a huge difference. So let me know if you can tell. Okay, for concealer, I pulled out the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. I have two of them. I have the shade 21 and 22. So this one is shade 21. I think I'm going to use this first and then maybe go in with a little bit of 22, because I feel like, I don't know, I can't remember. One of these is a good bit lighter. It's this one. 22 is lighter. Okay, I'm going to blend this in with my Sigma FO3 brush. This has been my favorite concealer brush I think I've ever used since I got this, to be honest. It's not even for concealer, it's a highlighting brush. But the shape and the size of it, the fluffiness, like everything about this is just perfect for me for concealer. I literally know nothing about cameras. Nothing. I know nothing about the settings. I barely even knew how to turn the thing on. When I got it, I'm back, of course. I think I was talking about my camera. My camera overheated. I was basically saying that I literally, when I started YouTube, I started filming with my phone. I've mentioned that before. When I got this camera, I knew nothing about it. I didn't know how it worked. I had to Google and watch videos. So the camera that I am filming on, if you're curious, is a Sony a6100. The only reason I got this camera was because I went to Best Buy and was talking to this guy that worked there, and he seemed to know a lot about cameras, and he talked me into this one. And I actually really do like it. The only thing is it overheats. And I think that's just a problem in general with using this type of camera for video, because they're not really made, this type of camera at least, is not really made for video. So it makes sense that it will overheat, but this one seems to overheat pretty quickly. Like, I can really only get 30 minutes out of this camera before it overheats, and when it overheats, it turns off. So I'm just adding a little more of the number 21 to my cheek area, because this one actually matches my skin really well. And that Sephora foundation is so pretty, but it doesn't give a ton of coverage. So basically, let me know what you think of the sound and just this video in general. I'm gonna play around with all of these things more. I've just, like I said, I literally know nothing about this kind of stuff, so I'm just trying to learn as I go. But I am excited that I think I finally got this mic working, because I was actually watching back my last video, the 2-year YouTube anniversary video, and I was noticing in that video, first of all, the lighting was changing over and over, and it was driving me crazy. And the reason for that is because I had the blinds open, and the light was just constantly changing. So that was bothering me. And then the sound, I could tell, was not good either. It was going like in and out. So that's kind of what made me think I need to figure out that mic that I have. So hopefully it's better, but let me know what you think. I think I want to use a little bit of cream bronzer, and I'm going to use this one from Fenty. This is the Butta Biscuit shade, and I'm going to use it with my Fenty 125 brush. And I'm just going to start stippling this in. Sorry, this video is probably going to be all over the place because I just have so many thoughts. But going back to my camera and stuff like that, if you know anyone, like any channels here on YouTube that has like good resources for cameras, or even if you yourself know a lot about cameras, please, I'm open to any guidance at all because I know nothing. So every single thing I have learned, I've had to learn from trial and error and just reading things and trying to figure things out. But slowly but surely, I'm figuring it out. Okay, now I want to use this. I've actually had this for quite a while. I'm like the last person to actually try this, but it's the new Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look of Love in a palette. And this is the Pretty Blushed palette. So this is what it looks like. I know everyone has been reviewing them on YouTube, and I've had mine for a few weeks. I just have not gotten around to using it. But I've always wanted to try one of these. This is the Look in a palette I have not tried from her before. I know she has a few of them, but I've never tried one. So we are gonna go in with this. So I'm gonna first go in with the bronzer in here. I've seen a lot of people saying that this bronzer is the same as the Film Star Bronze and Glow bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury, but I feel like it's not. Because I actually used this palette one other time. I actually filmed it. And then, like I was saying earlier, I went back and watched the footage back, and I just did not like the footage at all. So anyway, I didn't end up putting that video up, but when I was using this palette, I noticed that this bronzer seems more warm to me than the Film Star Bronze and Glow bronzer. But I've seen a few people say it's the same, and I feel like it's not. So I'm just gonna kind of go over where we put the Fenty bronzer. This bronzer is pretty pigmented, I will say that. It definitely reminds me more of her airbrush bronzer, so I'm wondering if the formula is the same as that, because it seems like the same to me, but the color is very pretty. It's really nice and neutral. It kind of reminds me of NARS Laguna, just the color of it, but very nice and natural. I really like it. And we're also going to use the blush in here, which the blush is here. It's a really pretty peachy pink. The color of this blush kind of reminds me of her blush in Ecstasy. If you're familiar with that, that's what this color kind of reminds me of. It does have a little bit of shimmer to it, but not a ton. It's really pretty. I'm gonna take a little bit on my nose as well. Really nice. I have a few face palettes in my collection, but I can say that I've never had like an all-in-one face palette like this that I loved. Like I've had blush palettes and blush and bronzer palettes, but not necessarily like highlighter and eyeshadow as well. So I'm really excited to have one of these. And then I want to take just a little bit of the highlighter in here, which I used this the other day when I used this palette, and this reminded me of the highlight in the Film Star Bronze and Glow. It's very subtle, definitely more of a natural looking highlight. Take what's left on my nose and my chin. Okay, and then, so I actually didn't use the face powder in here when I used this palette the other day, so I want to do that now. And so here is the powder. I've seen a few people say that it's the #2 airbrush powder. I own #1, so I don't know if this is #2, but I've also heard people say they thought it was in between #1 and #2, so I don't really know. But I'm gonna take just a little bit of that just down the center of my face. The color looks good for me. That's exciting. And then I'm also gonna take just a little bit underneath where I put my blush and bronzer. Kind of been doing that lately. I feel like it kind of cleans up any bronzer or blush lines you may have. I don't know. It could be my imagination. I don't think I'm gonna apply anything under my eyes. Yeah, I don't think I am. That Makeup Forever concealer is supposed to be self-setting. I don't really know that I've tested that fully. So I'm thinking I'm just going to leave my under eyes as they are. Okay, let's move on to the brows. And I have to use this. I don't have to, but I'm going to because I cannot stop with this Patrick Ta brow wax. I don't know what it is, but I'm obsessed with this stuff. I am gonna use the clear one today because I've been using the tinted one a lot and I want to use the clear this time. So I'm just gonna go in with my spoolie. So I'm going to brush through my brows with this. So I probably should have cleaned this spoolie before I did this, but oh well. I mean, the hold of this brow gel or this brow wax is crazy. Every time I use it, I just, like when you brush through your brows, like they are not going anywhere. Okay, now that I've kind of let that set down a little bit, I am just going to very lightly fill them in. And I'm not filling a ton, I'm just barely filling in where I have these random bald spots, like right here, kind of in the same spot on both brows. Okay, I went ahead and did my brows off camera just because I'm trying to save time because my camera is definitely gonna overheat again. So anyway, we did that and now we'll move on to the eyes. I want to use the Charlotte Tilbury palette for the eyes, but first I am gonna apply a little bit of my NARS eyeshadow primer. Now I'm just gonna go into the face powder again and just set that primer down on my eyes. And for the eyes, I first want to go into the bronzer that we used on the face. We do have the dark, let's see, what is this called? The Smoke shade over here, and I am gonna use a little bit of that as well, but I wanna use the bronzer first because I feel like that Smoke shade will be a little bit dark for the crease area. So I'm just gonna use the bronzer, and yeah, that's such a pretty bronzer. So like I was saying, I haven't tried one of these look in a palette palettes from Charlotte Tilbury. I know she's had a few of them in the past, but this one in particular, just the colors in it spoke to me. Now I want to go in with the number 2, the Enhance shade. This shade is interesting. It has some shimmer to it, but it's not like chunky looking shimmer. I'm taking just a little bit of that shade and just adding it to my outer V just a little bit. I'm not sure how pigmented this shade is, so I'm trying to just build it up slightly, and I don't want to use too much because I know it does have a little bit of a shimmer to it. It's kind of a taupey brown. It's really pretty though. So now I'm gonna go in with the shimmer in the palette, which looks so pretty, this light pink. And I typically would use my finger, but I'm just gonna try it on this brush and just, ooh, that's pretty. And I'm just gonna pat this on my lid. I'm gonna take a little bit on my finger as well, and just pop a little bit more on the center. Yeah, why does that always make such a big difference with shimmers? I don't know, but that's really, really pretty. Okay, now we're gonna go into the dark smoke shade, and I'm trying to decide what brush to use. I think I may just use this same Real Techniques brush, and I'm just very lightly tapping in to that shade, and I'm just basically gonna start in the corner, the outer V here, and just kind of drag it down to my lash line. I feel like I don't want this to get too dark. I feel like, yeah, that's good. If I use a really dense brush, this is gonna get a little too smoky, and I really want to keep this like light and pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna take a little bit of the bronzer again, and I'm gonna apply just a little bit of this on my bottom lash line. And that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just not a huge fan of a lot on my lower lash line. It's just not really something I like on myself. And now what we're gonna do, you know what's coming next. If you watch my videos, I'm gonna use the eye powder pencil from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the brown shade. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the eye powder pencil just in the outer half of my lash line. And then I will take my favorite, obviously, BK Beauty 208 and a little bit of the smoke shade in the palette, and I am just going to wing this out just a little bit. So like I was saying, I'm gonna start doing these sip and makeup videos on Fridays, and I was thinking about maybe doing like, I don't know, like having a specific like topic that I talk about or something, or maybe I should just sit and just chat about whatever. But let me know if you think I should make like an actual, or like have like something I want to talk about, or if I should just sit and just kind of go with the flow. Honestly, that's probably what I'll end up doing, because that's kind of the fun of these videos, is they're very spontaneous, not planned out at all, which is fun. Okay, and then last but not least, I want to take just a little bit of this Urban Decay 24/7 pencil just in the outer half of my waterline, kind of where we put that eye powder pencil. I know a lot of you said that you wanted to see or you wanted to hear who I like to watch on YouTube, so I was thinking maybe of doing that for my next sip and makeup. Like maybe I'll kind of have that as our topic to talk about, but let me know. I am going to do a video on that either way, whether it's sip and makeup or not. This is my Marc Jacobs lash primer. The more I use this, the more I like this, and now I'm like, is Marc Jacobs going out of business? Like, what is happening? Because I've heard some people saying they're just rebranding, then I've heard some people saying no, they're like going out of business, so I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna be sad if they're going out of business. All right, and for my mascara, I'm gonna use CoverGirl Lash Blast. I need to use this up, so I'll start using something else, because I know I've used this in like every single video, but I just really like it. Okay, now I'm going to take my MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash for my bottom lash line. I've gotten back on this mascara, and I'm loving it for my lower lashes. See how good that works for my lower lashes? Oh, I love it. Okay, and last but not least, we'll move on to the lips. And I think I'm gonna kind of get off my remaining lip balm. I think I want to use this. This is from Makeup Forever. It's the Wherever Walnut Artist Pencil. I'm just kind of filling it in on the corners. That is, that lip liner is actually darker on me than I thought it was going to be, but oh well. And then I think I'm going to take this. I might not like this, but we're going to try it. Or I like this lipstick, but I might not like it with this lip liner, but we're going to try it. This is Kim KW by Charlotte Tilbury. It's a lighter nude. So I'm just kind of tapping it in because I don't want to get too much. Ooh, no, I actually like those two together. I've never paired them together, so I kind of like that. And then last but not least, I want to use this. This is the new Buxom Collagen-Infused Lip Serum. It's called the Plump Shot. And at first when I used this, I wasn't sure if I thought it did anything, but I swear it really does. But it does make your lips tingle. So if you don't like that tingly feeling, you definitely would not like this. But I've been liking to put it on over lip liner or lipstick. And I think that is gonna be it. Just in time, just finished my teeth. So that is gonna be it for this video. Thank you for bearing with me, and definitely let me know if you notice anything with the quality of the sound, the lighting, just any thoughts that you have, let me know in the comments because I'm obviously still learning, but thank you so much for watching. I did want to quickly talk about this palette, you guys. I know, yes, I am a Charlotte Tilbury addict, okay? I love Charlotte Tilbury. I just do, but this palette is better than I thought it was gonna be. I mean, I thought I was gonna like it because I love Charlotte Tilbury in general, but I like every single thing in here. The powder, the blush, the highlight, the bronzer, and the eye colors. I'm gonna use this a lot, and I'm just really happy with this purchase. So really excited about that, and I really like how this look turned out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you're looking forward to more of these sip and makeup videos. I finished my tea, so I don't have any left, but definitely be on the lookout for more of these on Fridays, and we can end our weeks together and just relax and enjoy makeup. So thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Make sure to share it with anyone you think that might like my videos. Please share them. Please subscribe and follow me on Instagram at simply.blair. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Remember, simply be you. Bye.